Can you talk a little bit about what Planned Parenthood was standing for here today at the Democratic Party convention?
Reproductive freedom and reproductive justice for women, basically.
Just the same old.
There are some bills that we're going to try and pass in the Senate in California to make sure that abortion medication, and birth control are accessible to all campuses and students on campus.
All right, yeah, yeah, that's something that's incredibly necessary, especially with the Republicans trying to get Roe v. Wade overturned with these crazy bills they're putting up in Georgia, Alabama, I want to say Ohio, Louisiana, and Ohio, maybe one of the other states. No, it's not Ohio, it's Missouri. Um, so when we talk about reproductive rights and we talk about the effects of these bills being felt by folks, it's mostly people of color, and we also have to acknowledge that trans men still can have kids, and that is a thing that those people are also being hurt and kind of get left out of the conversation as well. It's just it's really sad that we have to fight for this stuff in 2019, right? Um, yeah, yeah. So can you talk about the bill that they're proposing in California? Do you know anything about that bill?
It's SB 24, and I know that it's to make abortion medication, and possibly birth control accessible to students on all campuses through their nurses or their health center, I think. And it's about as the extent of what I know.
Okay.
But California is doing it right.
Yeah.
They're leading the way in a much needed time, like you said.
Yeah. Um, that's something that's so important. We if you look at the economic information or the studies that have shown that when women have access to abortion and have the choice or access to birth control and abortion and have the choice to whether or not they want to have kids, kid as somebody with 3 kids, I can tell you kids they're an economic weight. They're extreme responsibility. So the choice, like, you should be able to choose whether or not you want to have a life dependent on you. Like that's a choice you should be able to make. Um, but anyways, we're here to follow Bernie Sanders, to talk about Bernie Sanders. But you just
This, so,
and
yeah,
yeah,
he
that
supports
issue.
this. So
Um, so can, so what exactly did Bernie say today that really excited you?
what Bernie says every day: truth to power. We're hearing a message that you're not going to hear on corporate media. You're not going to hear it from establishment candidates. You're not going to hear this stuff from people who are bought. He keeps saying we're slipping into an oligarchy. I think we're already there.
If you look at the 2014 study by Martin Gillens, that said that the popular opinion has a net, what is it, a statistical net zero or near zero effect on public policy, which basically means it's closer to like 40 decimal point 4 zeros than it is to one. So that's ridiculously unfair for us. You know what I mean? We have no say. It is an oligarchy. The only the only way that that's going to change is if people have like people get in the streets and really pay attention. No, well, not just pay attention, vote and get involved, but also support their candidate. Like any candidate that's made real changes, we've noticed they've had a big push behind them from the people. Like every president that's done something big. You think about the New Deal and all those other policies. There were literal communists and socialists in the streets every day, and we're telling rich people, we will eat you if you don't give us stuff.
Pitchforks came out. I think that's what they call it. But yes,
And
I think people also have to. One thing I've learned, it takes a great deal of energy and effort, but you got to look at voting record. And while we still can, you have to go online. You have to vet their contributions. You can literally go to the FEC website and you can dig through who their donors are and their contributors. That is a skill set that we have mastered in my group. And there's no, you have to look at voting records, and there's no easy way to look up this information. I mean, you got to throw it all together and then analyze the data. Maybe we need an app for that. Can some of you software engineers out there or somebody get this going? Because yeah, we need to know voting records and contributions.
definitely, I think that OpenSecrets.org is like the biggest help to me when I'm investigating things and whatnot. And also for state places, the Secretary of State's office also has that information. But yeah, Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you. I appreciate all of you guys that interviewed with me just now. Marcus Healy for Status Coup, signing off. Thank you, guys.
Hope you enjoyed that last video. Hop on over to statuscoup.com where you can sign up for our email list and become a member for as low as $5 to $10 a month. Membership is how we grow. That's statuscoup.com/join. And remember, join our email list so we can grow the revolution with you.